Greetings. It's June 16th, 2012, and I'm going to be reading our open letter to Ron Paul right now. This open letter to Ron Paul and all Ron Paul supporters will accomplish three things. Number one, summarize the current Ron Paul debacle. Number two, describe what Ron Paul must do now to redeem his name. And number three, describe how Ron Paul must transform this catastrophe into a smashing victory for liberty. Number one, the current Ron Paul debacle. Adam Kokesh's recent interview with former Ron Paul staffer Penny Freeman revealed that the Ron Paul campaign has been compromised since at least 2007 by GOP neocons who have worked steadfastly to destroy the campaign, but more importantly, to destroy Ron Paul's reputation with us, his supporters. Make no mistake, at this moment, the GOP stands triumphant. Here are three reasons why. Number one, Ron Paul has betrayed his principles and fellow Liberty candidates by recently endorsing GOP neocons in Texas. Number two, Ron Paul has betrayed us, his supporters, through the mismanagement of his campaign. You have said repeatedly, Dr. Paul, that you never dreamed that the message of freedom would rally millions as it has, or that your campaign would come this far. These crippling, self-defeating presuppositions have been devastating to the morale of your campaign from the beginning and to the people who love you most. Over the last several years, you have personally witnessed the tremendous power of love and the message of freedom. Thousands filled stadiums and marched in the rain. Millions gave their blood, sweat, and treasure. Before your recent betrayals of principle, millions of people across this country and around the world had your back and would gladly have taken a bullet for you or sheltered you and your family from any threat. Publicly stating that you were running an educational campaign instead of playing for keeps and to win might have been reasonable 20 years ago when nobody knew your name. But saying that now is strategic lunacy and a slap in the face to the millions of people who have championed your name and the cause of liberty. Number three, Ron Paul has betrayed us, his supporters, by standing in silence as his own son, in a shocking sellout and betrayal of liberty, endorsed GOP neocon Mitt Romney for president. Dr. Paul, you've been trusted and supported like no other politician for one simple reason: 30 years of unbroken credibility, saying and doing the same thing every day, regardless of popularity or political persecution. You used your credibility and record to convince us, your supporters, to elect your son, who had no such record, with a simple stated and unstated proposition. Your principled son would carry the message of liberty as you had before. 9 days ago, your son, in a truly pathetic, vomit-worthy, bootlicking performance, endorsed committed statist Mitt Romney for president, prostrating himself before the criminal Republican Party machine and a preening Sean Hannity. As sad as it was to see your son grovel, if you had immediately renounced his endorsement, drawing a clear line between the murderous statism your son was joining and the principles of liberty that you had always stood for, that might have been the end of it. But instead, silence. Not one word of explanation or regret at not only your son's turn to the dark side, but your part and responsibility in using all of us to elevate your son to power in the first place. The pain, rage, and sadness felt by millions of your dedicated supporters is truly horrific, especially in light of your previous track record of integrity. We feel abandoned, sold out, and betrayed. We now fear the worst from both you and your son. Now, I don't know what deals or threats you and your family have been subjected to, but I guarantee that the neocon and New World Order long-term objective of psychologically destroying the Ron Paul image of integrity and credibility has been achieved with this debacle. Romney, the GOP, and the New World Order will betray both you and your son The second it serves their purpose, which is why I've heaped so much scorn on your son's groveling to the machine. It's so dumb and self-destructive to you both, and offensive to the only people that really care about you and your son, your grassroots supporters. Now, is there room for redemption? Absolutely. What Ron Paul must do to redeem his name: Ron Paul must give an official press conference to the world ASAP. Everyone would be there, from CNN to Fox to the BBC, all licking their chops, expecting Ron Paul to sell out and endorse Mitt Romney, as his son had. Ron Paul must explain in crystal clear, real man, coming from the heart language, how he screwed up. Ron Paul must take responsibility and sincerely apologize by name to the Texas Liberty candidates he betrayed, and formally renounce his endorsement of Texas Republican neocons. Ron Paul must take responsibility and apologize to his supporters and staff for the short-sightedness, undercutting, and mismanagement of his campaign. And Ron Paul must come clean with everything he knows about his son's endorsement of Mitt Romney, and clearly articulate that there can be no compromise between liberty and the horror of the state's crimes. How Ron Paul must transform this catastrophe into a smashing victory for liberty. Having addressed the vital concerns of his supporters and redeemed his integrity, Ron Paul must up his game. The world does not need another politician's apologies. The world needs action. Let's be clear, Dr. Paul. This is your last campaign. How could this final campaign transcend and eclipse everything that's come before? How could you use this opportunity to crucify every cruel conspiracy and blow the doors off the Republicans and Democrats' tired, pathetic presidential reality show? By giving a demonstration of courage and truth that the puppet masters have never seen before. The New World Order is hanging by a thread. Obama and Romney are loathed. Ron Paul's signs and support are everywhere, from coast to coast. It's time to capitalize on that support by giving every American an offer they can't refuse. It's time to give every American complete and total proof that you, Ron Paul, are the only presidential candidate that isn't bought and paid for. How? By telling everything you know. Name names, name dates, name places. You've been in Washington for 30 years. You have seen every piece of dirty laundry. Spill it all. Describe every single congressman, senator, and president's obedience to the New World Order as outrageous, monstrous, criminal treason. Make the choice between you and the Obama-Romney New World Order machine unavoidable, undeniable, and crystal clear to every single American. And then announce your independent third-party run for president. What have you got to lose? Your life? Okay, let's seriously think about that for a second. 20 years ago, the New World Order successfully death-threaded Ross Perot out of the 1992 presidential race. Well, what protection do you have that Ross Perot never did? You, Ron Paul, have millions of informed, internet-connected, and, let's face it, self-defended supporters. You, Ron Paul, also have the technology to blanket yourself and your campaign with 24-hour live streaming video coverage. Live stream every single threat and dirty trick for the world to see and watch the dark side crumble. We win any way you slice it. This press conference would be unforgettable. You, Ron Paul, would be unstoppable. Dr. Paul, a lifetime of moral character has led you to this moment. It's crunch time now. The stakes could not be higher. If you do not rise to use this moment to become greater than yourself and continue to stand for liberty, you will retire and die a broken and compromised man, forgotten by most, but worse, scorned by the few that will always remember. Dr. Paul, it doesn't have to be that way. The ball is in your court. The world is watching. This is truly a time to become, as the Australians say, legend. I wish you Godspeed.